Once researchers isolated the culprit, they began analyzing it. The program was written in C and launched in its compiled version, aka zeros and ones, which meant that just by glancing at the code, it was almost impossible to tell what the program was doing. So, in the early morning hours of November 3rd, Gene and the rest of the computer community hunched over their terminals, noting down the zeros and ones, trying to decompile the creature. And once they pulled the pieces together, they began to understand what they were dealing with. It was not a virus, it was a worm. Unlike a virus, it didn't modify programs or harm files. It infected and reproduced itself, just like a tapeworm, jumping from machine to machine by exploiting several vulnerabilities in the systems.
We didn't have a lot of tools for checking the correctness, the security. It was basically the knowledge of the people who did the programming. So there were many flaws in the code that people were using on a regular basis. However, because the community was largely homogeneous, it was largely researchers and government personnel and commercial scientists, we didn't view it as a threat-rich environment. And so a lot of those flaws, there was no urgency to seek them out and fix them.
And because the community already knew these vulnerabilities existed, it was only a matter of time before someone exploited them. In this case, the worm used 4 major weaknesses in Unix systems.